What's up, guys? I'm Kyle, the human strength expert. Today's video, I'm going to show you what I get when I go to the grocery store for myself and my family. First thing I'll get is the potatoes. The reason I get these, it's basically a superfood. This is going to keep you full longer than any other food. And studies have shown that with the satiety index. So great food, great carbohydrate source. All right, so sweet potatoes in the potato family, again, keeps you very full, very long. The way I do these, I'll put water on them, put salt on both sides, throw them in the oven at about 425 for 70 minutes. Comes out, put butter and a bunch of sea salt. It's delicious. Eat everything all the way down through the skin. This is gonna be a little treat for myself. Usually I get the frozen ones. These are actually really good here, but I'll probably have these Friday and finishing up the third leg of the indigo. So the best thing to start your meal with is fruit. So I could probably eat pretty much that whole thing before my meal. Grapes, one of the best foods you can eat. Definitely prefer red grapes, but with these, I'll wash them and freeze them, and they're delicious to go with your fruit. Carrots, great fiber source. Have them at the beginning of the meal. You put some sea salt on them. Sometimes I'll even mix them with the fruit. It's delicious. Aussie Bites, one of my favorite snacks, especially doing indigo Panda and 75 hard. These with some organic peanut butter, delicious. Like this Wagyu beef, organic ground beef. So with your protein sources, you want to get the best quality meat you can get. The food, the animals that you eat, you become what they've eaten. So if they're eating toxins and all that, no good. Animals store toxins in their fat, then we store them in our fat. So organic ground beef or grass-fed ground beef when you can. You know, fruit, I guess you would say, if you looked at volume. And then big potatoes, big potato guy. You know, with the protein now, all I'll really do, unless it's, you know, when I'm in the indigo, then I'm eating larger quantity, is, you know, I'll do like eggs. Some days I don't have any animal protein, but, or 6 cage-free whole eggs, or a burger and 6 cage-free whole eggs, something like that, or 6 eggs from our chickens as well. But you don't need to be hitting these crazy numbers. That is something that's been disproven. Yes, protein is more anabolic. It's going to help you grow more, but once you build that base, you want to think about what's going to be better for your blood profile and making the body less acidic and whatnot. There's just so many links out there between overconsumption of animal flesh and heart disease and cancers and all these types of things. And this is coming from a bodybuilding background. If you asked me this 5 years ago, I would have told you were crazy. But that's how I eat. And you can see I hold my muscle, my recovery's on point, and I feel like I'm a living testament to that. Cheese goes good on burgers, right? Guess you get a little calcium from it. So you gotta have a blend of stuff that you like and has some nutritional value. If I can see some nutritional value in it when I'm trying to stay on point, then I'm all for it. You know, but you don't have to be overly rigid. I've tried that, not fun, doesn't work. Kimchi, really good for your gut health. A lot of probiotics. It's kind of bitter tasting, but very, very good. Mountain Dog got me eating this way back when he first started coaching me, really focusing on gut health. But kimchi, it's a good pickup at Costco. And I always like to stock up on salsa as well. Go great with the Mexican, which I'll be able to have again next week, so I'm not eating tonight. We do that Wednesday nights. But guacamole, good fat source. It's actually a fruit and good salsa. Salsa goes good with anything, but we love it with our Mexican. Salsas, always, like I said, always have more on hand than you need. Always have more on hand than you need. Why are people so unhealthy? If you look at a lot of it's lifestyle, obviously hand in hand. If you look at what most people are eating, they're eating like the Franken-foods, the stuff that's already like cereal, right? That doesn't take any preparation. It's really not real food. Most people are eating foods that have over 5 ingredients. Then they're eating this stuff too often, right? So they're eating the wrong foods, and then they're eating too often. They're a mess with their insulin resistance, which is the #1 cause of every root disease. If you're fat, you're insulin resistant. There's no way around that. It's a huge problem. So people have to get more insulin sensitive and health will dramatically improve. And you can do that, the easiest way is through sleep, then fasting, and then exercise, in that order. So with eggs, when you're gonna get eggs at the store, organic and free range when possible. Again, the animals, if they're eating toxins, those toxins are gonna go into you, and it's not what you want. So in our chickens right now, they're not laying at home. We have 6 chickens, only 1 is laying. These are the type I buy when I'm out. Or you go to a farm. A farm would be a great option as to where to get these. And for Mexican night, not having Mexican right now, but they're organic. If you look at the ingredients, there's only organic corn, organic sunflower oil, and sea salt. So these are actually really good. It's a nice little snack you can have, you know, a healthy version, if you will, of tortilla chips. And you got to enjoy your life too, right? So that's part of it, but I like these. So blueberries, one of my favorite things. What I like to use these for, again, organic. You put these in if you make some hot oatmeal or something, like right off the stove, and you throw these in, mix them in. A little bit of almond milk, some nut butter, it's delicious. Really good stuff right here. We got so many bags of rice at home. This is, if you want a really good go-to carb source, white rice. I like the jasmine rice. Very cost efficient. You can see 25 pounds, 21 bucks. Lasts you for a long time. We have this with Mexican, but very easy on the gut. If you listen to Stan Efferding, the Rhino, when he came to our gym to talk about his vertical diet, and I've read the books, he's really big on this as far as it's easy carb source. If you try to get calories up, that is going to be easy on the gut and easy to consume. Your rice. But even this is something that goes along with the rice, what I'm talking about. So a lot of people don't know this, but Monday before Thanksgiving, coming up this month, there's diesel's out. Country's out of diesel. The mainstream media doesn't really been talking about this too much. But once diesel's out, guys, guess what? This kind of plays around to everything that's been orchestrated the past 2.5 years. You ain't gonna be able to get fuel, food, everything is delivered through diesel means. Trucks, trains, barges. So I've been buying extra stuff going for like a year now. I follow all this stuff that goes on around the world that, again, the mainstream's not going to tell you. You want to get stuff that's going to last you a long time, that you can have on hand, so you're prepared. You don't have to panic if that situation arises within this country. Also, rice is a great thing for that. I've got so many bags of rice at home. Very easy to cook, very easy to store, very easy energy source. Okay, and that'll last you for a long time. Goes good with Mexican. Came from the ground, simple, like these, corn, black beans, when I'm doing Mexican. Sometimes I just do that with the rice. Sometimes, you know, as a vegetarian with sweet potatoes, vegetarian type of Mexican. Otherwise, we'll put the ground beef with it and put some taco seasoning with it. But another great thing to keep in your storage. So a lot of people will ask about a good, you know, can they have bread when they're fasting and whatnot? You want to make habits around what you're doing. I love this Dave's Killer bread. It's got a lot of good ingredients in here. And again, you got to enjoy yourself too. So this stuff is really good. You got to give this a try, Dave's Killer bread. If you are going to eat peanut butter, make sure it's organic. Peanuts sometimes have a lot of toxins with them. It's got to be USDA organic. It'll have that logo on it if it is. But that's a good version. You can use this with a lot of stuff. Just because you're eating good and healthy doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself of stuff that tastes good as well. You want the stuff you eat to taste good too, right? And you want to eat the foods that you like within that realm. This, one of the best bangs for your buck. Mixed nuts. You got cashews, almonds, pecans, Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, all within here. Great snack. Love having these with my meals. Thanks for tuning in to today's video, guys. I need you to do a couple things for me. I need you to like the video, and that allows me and YouTube to know to put out more content like this. I need you to leave a comment, which could be a question, a critique, something that you thought was interesting within there. I'll engage with you in the comment section. And lastly, hit the subscribe and notification button. That way you're sure never to miss a YouTube video that I put out, any new content that I put out. Panda Man out.